Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I will give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the Apostles' Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to all the Akim who are tuning into these videos. Alright, so this is going to be a quick video on the Rfid chip, the mark of the beast, and how it's just right around the corner. Though it tarry, it's eventually it's going to be implemented because it's going to be pushed because of prophecy, mainly first and foremost. Alright, so the Apostle Tahar uploaded a video. It was a re-upload of one of the brothers, and he brought out the definition of gradualism. So I'm going to go ahead and read that. So it's gradualism, a policy of gradual reform rather than a sudden change or revolution. The hypothesis that evolution proceeds chiefly by the accumulation of gradual changes, in contrast to the punctuations model. Alright, so it's pretty much the breakdown for gradualism is that it eventually happens, like the prophecy of the RFID chip being implemented, and everybody has to take it. That's gradually happening, because right now, like that chip is ready to be pushed out, but the Red Hebrew Edomites, they're still wheating the stones, so to speak, and making it an efficient weapon, because ultimately that whole RFID technology, that's what it is. It's a weapon. All right, so I'm gonna just go quickly read these articles. Alright, so this one's this was posted, I believe, 20 hours ago on May 30th, 2019. It says the rise of biometric authentication. Alright, so it says once something brought to life in science fiction films, biometric fingerprints readers, facial recognition systems, retinal scanners, and more have in recent years proven efficient in authenticating consumer devices and have well and truly hit the mainstream. This has prompted many enterprises, organizations to explore biometric authentication as a way to protect sensitive data and to ensure that the right person has access to the right device at the right time. Pretty much the access that the mundane are pretty much going to be utilizing this RFID technology is going to be their wallet, their Bitcoin wallet, so they can be able to eat, because that's pretty much the main reason that they're going to have those chips. Not everybody during Jacob's Trouble is going to have a Mercedes or an apartment complex that has an RFID key, but if they do, then they do as well, because everybody's going to have that chip, mainly so that they can use it for purchasing. Alright, so just I'm reading this article real quick. This part says, this isn't just future-gazing technology. A recent survey conducted by CyberArk among UK office workers revealed that many organizations are beginning to integrate cutting-edge new security technologies into their strategies. Just going back to that definition of gradualism, it's a policy of gradual reform. Alright, so it says new security technologies into their strategies, with nearly 1 in 5, 19%, reporting that their IT security teams is experimenting with biometric security techniques, including fingerprint, retinal scans, and embedded microchips. Because that's pretty much going to be it's inevitable. It's prophecy that chip is going to be pushed out, and everybody's going to have to take it. Alright, so real quick, I'm gonna read this in Ezekiel 12 and 26. Again, the word of the Lord Yahweh power came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesies of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh power. Because a lot of these people, we go out there and we tell these people of the things to come, and they say that it's going to come later. So it doesn't really affect me because that's in another time. Alright, so real quick, this is Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh power answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. And pretty much, for all these years when the Apostles of Great Millstone have been going out teaching this about the whole RFID chip and, who you are as a nation, all that stuff, it's plain upon the tables. So whoever reads it, they got to run with it. So verse 3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." Yeah, because obviously the RFID chip, Jacob's trouble, it's not going to be tomorrow, June. Like right now it's the 30th. Tomorrow is going to be Friday the 31st, and then after that's going to be June. It's June. There ain't no microchip yet, but I guarantee you that it's going to happen. I'm not going to say it's going to happen in 2001 is when Babylon falls down, but for sure it's going to happen. All right, so I'm going to read this verse 3 again. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." So because I was telling you that pretty much this is around the corner. You got to prepare that it's around the corner. You can't be like those people that like in school, you just put the homework till the last week. There's a word for that. I forgot the word. It's procrastinating. This is the time to get right and to prepare for this spiritually. All right, so I'm gonna read these articles real quick because it's just to point prove the point pretty much. All right, so this article, it says one RFID application nears mass adoption. So pretty much the gist of this article is this guy, he's writing about how he would go to a hotel, and like the first time back in like 2005. He doesn't say when, but it's because this guy, he's an avid pusher of the RFID chip. And so like years ago, he went to a hotel room and he was astonished that he actually saw a hotel room that used RFID technology. But nowadays it kind of fizzled. He doesn't go crazy like how he did the first time he saw one. Because it's gradually happening. But in this article, he's pretty much saying like why isn't everything like tomorrow the chip isn't implemented 100%. This is what he has to say. It says, "I think there is another reason. Solution providers in this space offer complete solutions. They don't sell only the reader modules that go into the locks, or the locks that accept the modules, or the RFID key cards on or the software to program the keys. They sell all these things, making the decisions for hotels to switch much simpler. I've been encouraging RFID companies to build whole solutions for years, and we are starting to see more companies doing that." And that goes back to that definition of gradualism, because it's gradually happening. This person pretty much, he wants it to happen overnight, but it's gradually going to happen. There's some people who want the chip just to not be implemented at all. But whatever thing that they try to hinder the RFID chip, because I believe there was a law that passed over here in California that you can't, like there was a store that you're not supposed to have a cashless store. But pretty much that's going to come to naught, because this RFID chip is going to be pushed out to its fullest potential, and anything to hinder it or expedite it, it's not up to them. It's pretty much, it's the Heavenly Father. He says it's going to happen when he wants it to happen, and he doesn't tell you when. All right, so this article, it says U.S. Army testing RFID for medical biodefense management. The military's medical research lab has been applying RFID labels to biological samples for vaccines, drug and infectious diseases management research to ensure that the samples can be identified in freezers without being removed from cold storage. And so again, I'm not going to read the whole article, but the gist of this article is that the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Disease, USAMIRID, they're pretty much enhancing the capabilities of this RFID technology and using it pretty much so that they can hold on to their vaccines a lot more better. And that pretty much, in this truth, you already know about the CDC and the World Health Organization, and how those plagues are going to be man-made and man-pushed out into the people, during Jacob's trouble. But this is Esau. Well, is Elam in the picture, working for Esau, and they're sharpening the sword of the RFID chip. They have all these diseases, but through the use of an RFID chip, that sword is upgraded. Well, yeah, this is the precept. I'm just going to bring out, this is Psalm 64:3. It says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot it in secret after the perfect." And that perfect is the Hebrew Israelites, specifically, the hopeful elect. "Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, Who shall see them? And this whole RFID thing, that's Esau putting up snares for the hopeful elect. Because there's gonna come a time where things are gonna be so tempting that like you're gonna want to take that chip so that just that you can go grab a bite to eat. All right, it says verse 6. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And right here, this is a perfect example of that precept, because this chip, the RFID chip, was already made years ago. But here we have this article saying that they're pretty much making it so advanced that they're using it for different applications. Like they're making this RFID technology make their pestilence technology more better. All right, so verse 7, I'm going to read that precept again. Actually, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. And believe me, the RFID technology and making it better to the point where you don't even have to tamper with the virus, like open the refrigerator to look at it, that's a diligent search. And it says, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. And that arrow is talking about those thermonuclear missiles. It's going to 200 million of them are going to hit America, and everybody who has a chip is going to be burned in that fire. Suddenly shall they be wounded, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. All right, so continue on. This is the last article they have. And so it pretty much says university research tracks everyday activities via RFID. And again, I'm just going to bring out the gist of it. It says a team from the University of Michigan and the University of Washington have completed their testing for a UHF RFID system that measures received signal strength and phase responders to reader interrogation to identify not only what tag is in the room, but whether it has moved or interacted with the person. And here's pretty much their testing room. It's like a testing office room, and it's all the Internet of Things, because everything in this picture has an RFID device. It has some sort of film antenna to transfer energy. It's like information. So like when this person is in particular, he sits down, the lights reflect with that RFID thing to let the computer know that this guy sat down at this time and this and that, and then he put his hands down and grabbed a cup of water to drink, and specifically the one in the middle. It's all intricate. Everything is being mapped out in this specific test. And he's over here in this kitchen. You can see here the antenna device. Because everything has got the antenna RFID chip, and this is the receiver or the transponder. So okay, I don't know the specifics, but there's a transponder and a receiver in this room. That toaster's got a chip, and this is the antenna that gets all the information and sends it to the Internet of Things, so everything can be correlated. All right, it says RFID readers built into light fixtures read tagged items to track a person's daily activities in a test apartment. And it's real quick just to see how far Esau is trying to spread this this technology. I'm gonna read this paragraph. It says, Sample has been researching technological solutions for everyday life for years, because it's gradually happening. His project includes ID Sense, a human object interaction detection system using RFID, Rfid ID, a framework for fabricating low latency interactive objects with RFID tags, and ID Match, which is aimed at using RFID and computer vision to recognize individuals and groups. And it links you to another article that says, see, Disney Research explores ways to add RFID intelligence to robots and toys. I'm not going to read the article. I'm just, the title speaks for itself. Is Disney, one of the many tentacles of Esau, is implementing this RFID technology. It seems for a good cause. For the kids, it's Disney. The Disney's rotten to the core. All right, so I'm just going to read these precepts, and that'll be the end of this video. All right, so I'll read this one. This is Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yeah, because once this chip is implemented, it's going to seem that Esau won. But he's got another thing coming, because Satan works for the Heavenly Father, and he's basically just got Esau in a trick bag, because he's he's making Esau do all these things just so that he can get judged. Alright, so it's Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. See, it's going back into those precepts in Ezekiel, because the nation of Israel, they hear all these warnings, and then they're just going to procrastinate. They're not going to worry about it. Well, Satan over here on the other end, he knows that he has a short time. So that's the end of this video. I can go on with some of these precepts, but I feel like I got the point across. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, and Shalom Akim.